season you'll be sitting up here with me. I told you that.
Exactly, that's the plan.
Ooh! Popped it right on my nose. It's big. It's big enough. You could lose it. As long as we don't lose the mic up my nose, we'll be okay. Yeah, exactly.
All right, thank you for joining us. We have head coach Rob Gale. Leo, we'll start with you.
Guess to start off, takeaways from the match overall.
Team performance, front to back, start to finish. Everything we've been asking of them, being brave, connecting through the midfield, focusing on performance, not outcome, and it showed tonight. Just huge credit to the players. All 16 that got on the field, complete team effort. So delighted for the players.
And then I guess at the risk of this being a kind of redundant question, because everyone's always talking about the fans in Providence Park, I'm wondering if you can talk a little bit about winning at home.
The fans in Providence Park?
The fans in Providence Park, specifically in the context of breaking this winless streak in front of them.
Yeah, I mean, as a group, we felt all week that we've been, I said it last week, the measurables have been improving. We felt good. We only had a couple training sessions again. We had a couple more injuries in the week. But there was something in the air, and we felt it before the game, and the fans know how important it is, and you can just sense it when they know what's at stake and heightened and on the line. It was just a classic Portland Providence Park night, wasn't it? And a classic Thorns performance to go with it. And then for Sink to score is just, what a story. And I'll probably get some stick for playing her as regularly as I have done this season, but she comes up trumps, so she deserves that. We were all delighted for her and the team, and ultimately we could have got more than 16 shots. Their keepers made some big saves. I thought it was a terrific team effort tonight.
Yeah, and then I talked last week about NWSL After Dark. I don't know if you remember that, the chaos of a match. This kind of also was that kind of game of coming into this against a team that was unbeaten, Portland not having as much success. Do you have any more thoughts on NWSL After Dark after this match?
I didn't actually feel that was chaotic at all in terms of the game. So, yeah, no chaos there. 2-0 clean sheet at home. The GOAT scores again. I'll take that kind of chaos, like I said. I'll take that kind of chaos there. I think I said to you last week, I'd much rather a 2-0 and a clean sheet, and there it is. So.
Yeah, I guess more storybook or NWSL After Dark isn't necessarily chaotic.
Okay, you're right.
So it was like
a fairy tale story, yeah, proper story, and it was it was written for that, wasn't it? Undefeated all season, Shield winners coming in. We're banged up. 2 training sessions, another midweek game next week. I'm sure there were doubters outside the room, as there always is, but not inside. There's not been any doubt. There's not been any panic over the course of the last few games. We know where we're at and what we're trying to do and how to get there, with lots of moving pieces. So, yeah, storybook for sure.
And then, Rob, could you just talk to us about Shelby Hogan, who's had 8 clean sheets at this point, second most in the league? Her pushing in training and things like that, and just culminating it into today's performance as well.
Yeah, we're delighted for Shelby. You bring in an international quality goalkeeper alongside her, as the club did, and it's natural that, confidence you're looking, but Shelby's been fantastic. She's kept pushing. Her shot stopping is unquestioned. Ability on crosses, to collect. She didn't have too many big saves to make tonight, which we were delighted for, but when the ball was coming across and just times, it was good. And yeah, we know where she needs to improve. She does too. But her character has been absolutely faultless for me since we started, and vindication for her again tonight. I was really pleased for Shelby.
Yeah, and then Rob, just Morgan said she was fine, but any concerns with Morgan Weaver or Peyton Linehan moving forward?
It's, not like a bigger picture concern. Obviously, you come back from a long injury like that, even in training and the loads, even though there's only a couple of training sessions, it's so hard for them to recover and build minutes and try to go again. And Morgan, she won't stop running and effort and everything else, but smartly, and with the state of the game, she was like, okay, I need to be a little cautious here. and we and the medical staff agreed, and so she'll be back and flying the next weekend.
Yeah, and then just a question about a sub. Just Izzy came on before Alexa at winger. Just your thoughts on that.
Great substitution, wasn't it? Yeah, because we kept a clean sheet. Thank you. Well done, me. No, look, look, people don't know what happens behind the scenes. They don't know what we've worked on. We needed to defend in the pockets. Izzy due diligence that, and then can hold the ball up with a back to goal, provide an outlet. She almost went on and scored, didn't she, as well? So just where we'd worked in training in the 1.5 sessions that we got, we'd worked on Izzy just being a winger and denying, like, defensively, as we talked about with the group, if you can break from the inside out, it's so much easier and so much better. And I thought opposite side did really well. Nicole tonight, Base and Becky are magnificent as usual. And then obviously we changed the shape late on just to shut it out and see out the result. But I thought everybody went on. Marissa, Izzy bought into the plan. And again, players win your football matches. The credit is with them and their collective effort tonight. Absolutely.
And then tactically tonight, it looked like Jessie Fleming was a lot further back. Her average position, I think, was basically next to Sam Coffey. If you look at like the Opta data, can you talk about the decision to kind of have her play?
Another fantastic decision, 2 6s. Clean sheet,
You're on a
protected the
roll.
space in the midfield. Like, they're going to try and overload you in the pockets. They're going to try and get 10s on, whether it starts with Marta or you saw at the start. So, no, not again. I'm just joking, of course. But, we wanted to play as 2 6s because we knew the way they jump with the forward line, that if we could play through their midfield and get a bit lower in our build and connect through the 6s, we would have opportunity to break their lines and then create offense from that. And I think a lot of our opportunities were when we were aggressive in that middle of the park, winning it back and breaking. And I said to him at halftime, just be a little bit more positive going forwards instead of just a little bit of safety. And I was pleased that we did that as the game went on.
And then the Marie yellow card incident, things looked like they were getting a little spicy on the sidelines without getting yourself into trouble. What did you kind of see there?
I saw a team that's undefeated all season not liking to lose, and that's the character, and you wouldn't expect anything less. And you got a player like Marta, unbelievable. The career, there's a reason she's a serial winner. It's just a good, healthy confrontation. I think it should have been a yellow card for the other way, but nothing more than that. And I enjoyed our feistiness, and I enjoyed theirs. I wouldn't expect anything less. You don't go unbeaten this long in this league. It's so hard to win football games. And credit to them. And also, I'd just like to say, hopefully, all the families and friends and everybody back in Florida. It's a tough time, and they had to come up here early. So hopefully, on their return, everything is well with their families and friends back there.
Thank you.
Can you speak a bit just to Sinclair's impact and leadership on the team? What does it mean to you as a coach to have a player like that on your roster?
Yeah, look, I've said it time and time again. It's a privilege to work with her because if you see her day to day and how she trains, and every time you think, okay, we might need to give her a little bit of a breather or rest her up, she's the hardest working in training and the most tactically adept and pressing from the front and screening the 6s. So sometimes you want to give the youth a chance and you want to get, maybe legs that will stretch them a little bit more, and you're just trying to find that right balance. But yeah, I mean, you've got one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time, retiring. There's no rule book written for that on how to manage it, how to coach it. Luckily, I have a great relationship with Sink. We talk all the time. Very open, very honest about what she wants, which includes going to Vancouver and getting one in her hometown. So, she's what else has not been written or said about her. I'm so pleased for her tonight. She deserves all the roses, what she's given this city over the years, and the city has given it back to her, and the fans always do. You can't say enough good things about her. It's long after my coaching career is done, I'll look back and I'll still have that friendship with Christine, and it's an absolute privilege to be a coach in these final games, no matter the final outcomes.
Yeah, and then you had a pretty
Another sub.
yeah.
You've asked me about all my subs. Come on, why did
I'll just
Shiva go
down
on?
the-
Why
yeah,
did
all the
Shiva go on?
subs. But your post-game celebration on the sideline was a fun one to see. Were there any thoughts going through your head, or was it more just kind of appreciating that moment? And then what does this win mean to you?
I'm just pleased for the players. I've been in football a long time. You win and lose games. You have times when you have a lot of injuries. You can't get fields on the side. There's lots of other factors that people outside the dressing room don't know about, and I'm not going to come here and spout it all out to you guys to give the opposition the information. So I'm delighted for the players. I've told you all season they've been fantastic for me. The dressing room has never broke. And I've been in previous dressing room here, and I've been in other teams where it could easily. They're a great group of people. It's a mixed group. It's a lot of new players. It's a young group. So I'm just pleased for them. It's about football is about players and supporters, and then all the great volunteers and the other people. It's not about me. It's not about coaching. It's about those people in that dressing room who fight for the badge every single day, and just terrifically pleased for them tonight because to a woman out there, they were magnificent.
Thank you, Rob.
Pleasure.
Real quick, a couple things of note.
Don't quote me on the subs.
Jeez, man. Monday at 3 p.m., Christine Sinclair will do media for CONCACAF. You should know this. 3 p.m., Rob, you will be there. CONCACAF media with Sinclair. This one I expect to be a little longer.
They only had 2 questions the last 3 times.
Yeah, but it's
And
sick
they
in
asked her
Vancouver.
how
It's
she-
sick in
They
Vancouver.
asked her how she
Wait,
did in
where
the
is she
Olympics
from?
last time. How are you after the Olympics? So
I can't.
it'll be fun.
Okay. 3 p.m. I'll send out a link. That'll be obviously a big game with her in Vancouver.